Hey, happy Saturday, everyone. I've prepared a statement regarding the County Board of Supervisors and the Public Health Department's Pride and Focus event. I've prepared a statement so I don't ramble, so I'll hopefully keep it brief and go to church tomorrow. Okay, so I want to give everybody a quick update on the Pottawattamie County public health situation. Last week I found out that the Potco Public Health was promoting an event called Pride in Focus. It was originally branded as a Pride event hosted by the County Health Department using county facilities, county branding, county communication channels, staff time, and taxpayer-funded grant money. After public pressure, emails, calls, questions, and a whole lot of people deciding they were not going to stay silent, that Pride branding has now been removed. The event is now simply being presented as a health fair. That is a win. And I want to be very clear about what that win is and what it is not. This was never about hate toward anybody, not for 1 second. This was never about denying services to anyone. This was never about saying certain people should not receive testing, referrals, education, prevention, and care. Public health should serve every resident. Every person should be treated with dignity. Every person should be able to receive lawful public health services without being mocked, mistreated, or pushed away. That was never the issue. The issue was the county government using taxpayer-supported resources to promote and advocate for the Pride agenda. That's the line. Serving people is public health. Promoting Pride is advocacy. Those aren't the same things. Potco Public Health did not have to choose a Pride event to meet health outreach goals. They could have offered testing, prevention, education, referrals, and care through a normal health-focused outreach event. Instead, they chose to host and promote a Pride-branded event. That put the county and our tax dollars in an advocacy position. That is what people objected to, and apparently enough people objected so that somebody finally listened. I also want to address the comments that came in because some of them were actually what I expected. Some people said this was hateful. It wasn't. Some said this was homophobic. It wasn't. Some said we were trying to deny health care. We weren't. Some said if you don't like Pride, don't participate. Well, that misses the entire point of this. When taxpayer money, county facilities, county branding, county communication channels are used, citizens are already participating whether they want to or not because of taxpayer funding. The objection was never to people receiving services. The objection was to county government promoting this Pride ideology with public resources. Those aren't the same thing. We can love people and still reject an agenda. We can serve people and still oppose government advocacy. We can welcome all people and still tell the truth. Now, I want to say this carefully. It's my understanding that on Friday, there was a special meeting of the County Board of Supervisors, or at least some kind of discussion was happening related to my comments at their meeting, and also the many calls and emails that came in from you, the citizens. If I'm wrong, if that detail changes, I'll correct it. I'm not trying to overstate anything, but what is clear is that the public response got attention. That matters because 3 county supervisor seats are in play this election cycle, and the primary is coming up this Tuesday. Of the 3 seats connected and open to this cycle, I personally heard from Keith Jones, who is currently a supervisor and is now running for Iowa State Representative. I heard from Susan Miller, who is running for re-election as county supervisor. I didn't hear anything from Jeff Jorgensen, who is also seeking re-election this Tuesday. Do with that information as you will. I also did not hear anything from the other current supervisors. I did hear from several people running for the open supervisor seats, including Karis Crilly, Steve McKern, Charlie Johnson, and Kimberly Schneckloth. I'm not telling you how to vote in this video. I'm just telling you to pay attention. Pay attention to who responds. Pay attention to who goes silent. Pay attention to who understands that federal grant money is still taxpayer money. Pay attention to who understands that county departments are not supposed to be platforms for cultural activism. And pay attention to who tries to pass the buck saying that's just the health department. No, it's not just the health department. Cal Public Health is not a private organization. It is a county department using county resources. Elected leaders do not get to disappear when the controversy shows up. They appoint oversight, they approve budgets, they answer to the people. That is how representative government is supposed to work. Now, I want to speak personally for just a second. I handled this as a private tax-paying citizen, but as many of you know, I'm also privileged to pastor the great people of Creekside Church in Council Bluffs and Red Oak. At Creekside, we welcome all people. We love all people. We believe every person is made in the image of God. We also believe God's design for sexuality, identity, family, and human flourishing is true, good, and not up for editing by the current spirit of this age. So when people throw out accusations of hate and fear and phobia or bigotry, just because Christians speak up about the pride agenda or various other issues, I reject that outright. Truth is not hate. Clarity is kindness. Conviction is not hate. Disagreeing with sexual ideologies and agendas is not hate. Saying county government should not use taxpayer-funded resources to promote pride is not hate. People can throw labels around all day. That doesn't make the labels true. And honestly, those accusations are part of why so many people have stayed quiet for so long. They were afraid that if they spoke up, they would be called names, accused of hatred, or treated like they had done something wrong. But here's what this situation proved. People are tired of just being quiet. People are tired of watching a very vocal and loud minority drive public policy while everyone else is expected to pay for it, smile, and shut up. People are tired of being told that if they object to pride ideology being promoted through the government, then they must hate people. No. We can love people and still reject an agenda. We can serve people and still refuse advocacy. We can treat every person with dignity and still say county government should stay in its lane. That's what happened here. The county can hold a health fair, good. Offer testing, education, referrals, care, serve people, but just don't use public health as a cover for pride advocacy. Somebody chose that. Do not use taxpayer money to promote this ideology. So I want to thank you. Thank you to everybody who called, emailed, shared the post, who stayed respectful but direct. Thank you for the people that engaged, even if it was with threats or condemnation or whatever. That's your voice. That's fine. I tried to answer as much as I could. But this is what civic accountability looks like. You don't have to scream. You don't have to hate anybody. You don't have to be rude. But you do have to speak. So when enough people speak clearly, elected officials and public departments remember who they work for. The pride branding is gone. The event has been moved back into the lane it should have been in from the beginning, simply health services. The event, so that's the win. Now the next step is simple. Tuesday is the Iowa primaries. You should show up. You should vote. Ask questions. Hold public officials accountable. Don't let anybody convince you that staying silent is the same as staying kind. Sometimes, as I said, clarity is kindness. And sometimes accountability is what keeps government from forgetting who they serve. Okay, have a great day, and appreciate you all.